Rina woke up to the feeling of a hand stroking her hair. What? Who? How? She was alone in the townhouse. Who could possibly be with her? Rina? It was Ian's voice. Rina froze. Just last night, she dreamed of him. In fact, it's still so vivid, she could actually remember every detail of her dream. So hearing Ian's voice when she was already fully awake, though not still opening her eyes, made her heart skip a beat. Rina, she heard him chuckling. I know you're already awake. Come on, open your eyes or I'll kiss you. Sukat sa sinabi nito ay agad siyang nagmulat, only to find Ian's face directly above her face. His amused gaze stared back at her surprised wide eyes. Ian, she stammered at nagmamadaling bumangon, totally forgetting na halos magkadikit pala ang mukha nila. So she ended up headbutting Ian Sarmiento. Ouch! Exaggerated na sinapo ng binata ang noo nito. I'm sorry, agad niya itong dinaluhan. Ian, does it hurt so bad? Inalis niya ang kamay nito, and inspected his forehead. Tumungo ito habang nakapikit ang isang mata. Strange because she was not hurt with the contact. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to die. Oo na humawak ito sa ulo nito, and faked to catch his breath. Ian, hinampas niya ito. I'm kidding, ngumisi si Ian, at hinila siya palapit dito. Good morning Rina, he greeted with a peck on her nose. Automatikong itinakip niya ang kamay sa bibig niya, nang maalalang kakagising lang niya. Don't cover your mouth. Naaaliw na sagot nito, na inaalis ang kamay niya sa bibig niya. I just woke up, protesta niya. So am I. What are you doing here? She asked. I slept here. You slept here. Lalong nanlaki ang mga mata niya, as colors started crawling up her neck to her face. Yup, you mean, since last night? Parang nasa lalamunan na niya ang puso niya. It's actually past midnight when I came, hindi nawawala ang amused na ngiti nito, at parang gusto nang matuno ni Rina. How were you able to enter? How did you know I'm here? Nanlalamig na ang mga kamay niya, nang hawakan ni Ian. If he was there since last night, did that mean she wasn't dreaming at all? Caleb and Leah gave me the address and a spare key. You didn't wake me up. I thought you were awake. Ngisi nito, making her blush even more. Did I talk to you? You did. Actually, we didn't just talk, inilapit nito ang mukha sa kanya. We kissed. Did we? Binawi niya ang mga kamay, at ibinaon ang mukha sa mga iyon, hiyang-hiya na siya. Yup, inalis nito ang mga kamay niya, at ikinulong ang kanyang mukha sa mga palad nito. In fact, you kind of confessed something to me Rina, struggled to meet his gaze. What did I say? Umakto itong nag-iisip bago walang pasabing yumuko ito, at ginawaran siya ng mabilis na halik sa mga labi. Let's eat first. Hinhila siya nito patayo. Halos mawalan naman siya ng balanse. She felt dizzy with that short kiss. Ian Sarmiento was actually back. And he's with her. What happened to Olive? Rina noticed na medyo naiayos na yung mga ibang gamit niya. May mga pagkain din na nakapatong sa mesita. Nag-excuse siya at pumunta siya sa banyo, at isinara ang pinto noon. Hawak ang dibdib na tumingin siya sa refleksyon niya sa salamin. OMG! Ian, what did I tell you last night? Rina was still hoping na sana talagang panaginip lang na nagtapat siya sa binata. Kakatapos lang nilang mag-almusal na kasama si Paul, na siyang bumili ng pagkain nila. Lumabas din ito pagkatapos, para raw may privacy sila. You said I'm so handsome. He was leaning against the wall while grinning from ear to ear. Yun lang ba? Well, kung yun lang, walang problema roon. Meron pa. Actually, marami kang sinabi, like you just want to hug me, and never let me go. Na sana sumama ka na lang pala dapat sa akin sa Macau. Gosh, she could remember telling him those. Ian Sarmiento began walking towards her. That you want me to choose you over Olive. Olive? Oo nga pala, magkasama pala ito at si Olive sa Macau. What happened to you and Olive? Is it true, Ian? You're getting married. Parang may bumarang kung ano sa lalamunan niya. Rina, he sighed bago ginagap ang mga kamay niya. No, walang totoo sa mga sinabi ni Olive. And I'm telling you now, wala akong alam sa mga lumabas na balita. The pictures are true, I admit, but those were taken 2 years ago. We're not together in Macau. You arrived together, Ian. I saw you in the news, live feed. You were happy. Nagkita lang kami sa eroplano. Nakiusap siya sa akin na pakitunguhan siya ng maayos sa harap ng media. But if I had known that you were watching, I wouldn't have agreed. He lifted up her face by putting a finger under her chin. Look at me, I swear, hindi ko siya kasama sa Macau. Everything's just a made-up story. Very timely, isn't it? That you're in Macau, when she also happened to be there. She fabricated everything. Is that why you left, Rina? You're jealous. May munting ngiting sumilay sa sulok ng labi nito. No, maagap niyang kaila. Rina, tiningnan siya nito sa paraang hindi naniniwala. Bid, amin niyang umiwas ng tingin, pero si Ian, hindi papayag na di niya ito tingnan. Yes, I'm jealous. What is it to you? Amin niyang di pa rin makatingin. Halika nga rito, napaka-sexy ng ngiti nito nang hilahin siya, para sa isang mahigpit na yakap. You don't have to be jealous, Rina. You didn't even have to leave. I didn't leave. You did. I just needed time. That's the same. Hinigpitan nito ang yakap sa kanya. You scared me. I thought I told you not to leave again, unless I tell you to. I just didn't want you to see me like this. So ugly and so unprepared. Rina, you are perfect this way. Hinawi nito ang buhok sa mukha niya, and looked at her lovingly. I would never ever ask you to change anything about yourself. I need to tell you something, lakas loob niyang sabi, kailangan na niyang sabihin hanggat hindi pa umuurong ang katapangan niya. Oh yeah, nakaka-inlove ang ngiti at titig ni Ian, nakakatunaw, just so perfect to tell him how much she loves him. Ay palang nasasabi niya, ay pinatigil na siya ni Ian by sealing her lips with a kiss. For a while she thought she'd grown wings, at nasa alapaap siya't kasamang lumilipad ang lalaking mahal niya. Ian made her feel how it was to be on cloud 9, hearts beating wild, pulse racing, electrifying love. I love you too, he pulled away and locked his gaze with hers. How did he know? You told me last night, Rina. He smiled before pulling her into a kiss again. So she wasn't really dreaming. Nagtapat nga siya kay Ian. Rina, you ruined the moment. Gusto niyang pukpukan sa ulo ang sarili. She had wanted to know how he would react. At kahit naman memoryado niya ang panaginip niya, and how he had told her he loves her too, she still thought it was just a dream. Hey, you don't need to be shy about it. He grinned while lifting up her face to meet his eyes. Can I tell you again? It just doesn't feel right to me. Rina, I love you so much. I don't really care how you told me that you love me too. It's actually kinda cute, sleepy Rina confessing her love to me, he teased, causing a smile on her lips. She loves this man so much. I love you, Ian. She smiled up at him. I love you too. Idinikit nito ang noo sa noo niya. You're the best thing that ever happened to me, Rina. I'll forever be thankful for you. I thank God for bringing you. When everything was going wrong in my life, you've given me love when I needed it the most, Rina. She felt her tears welled up her eyes, when he pulled her into a bone-breaking hug. And now, seal your promises with these rings, the symbol of your life shared together, Rina, please repeat after me. And a couple of minutes later, Rina and Ian, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you married. You may kiss. That dashing smile and mesmerizing eyes of Ian Sarmiento, as he bent made Rina want to make their first kiss as a married couple last forever. It was just a simple marriage. Actually, mula sa townhouse, dumaan lang sila sa jewelry store, para bumili ng singsing, bago dumiretso na sa kakilala ni Ian na judge. He couldn't wait to marry her, and said that the papers could just follow. So sudden. It was. Ni hindi nga ito nag-propose. He just told her na magpakasal na sila and there they were, in a matter of time ay kasal na nga sila. Ian could definitely give her the best wedding ever, pero para kay Rina, wala nang mas the best pa kaysa sa kaalamang excited si Ian Sarmiento, at hindi na ito makapaghintay pang tawagin siyang asawa. The term asawa sent a warm feeling inside her. It's official. They're married. Napaka-private ng kasal nila, but Rina felt like she was the luckiest girl. Besides, she felt giddy with the knowledge of getting secretly married to Ian Sarmiento, when all else was looking forward to him tying the knot with Olive. That's not gonna happen. Ian belongs to her now. The ring on his finger tells that he's already taken, lawfully. Said, I love you, Mrs. Sarmiento. I love you too, Mr. Sarmiento. Ngumiti siya bago muli siyang halikan ni Ian. Let's go on our honeymoon, he whispered. Ian, she giggled and he just laughed. Nagpaalam muna sila sa judge, at sa mga tumayong witness nila na pamilya rin nito, bago halos patakbo silang umalis. Kakaiba ang ngiti ni Ian, and Rina couldn't contain her happiness. She loved seeing her husband happy, and the knowledge that she's the one who makes him happy was an overwhelming feeling. Well, Ian makes her happy too. Finally, may pamilya na siya ulit. I'll ask Sarah to book us the next flight to Boracay. Sorry if I cannot bring you abroad right now. It's just that I have a very important appointment tomorrow. Apologetic ito nang hawakan nito ang kamay niya, while he was driving. It's okay, Ian. I don't have a passport anyway, she grinned at her husband. You're kidding me. Who doesn't have a passport? Tanong nito. To think that you considered coming with me to Macau. Ian Sarmiento, you should know that not everyone gets to go outside of the country, natatawa niyang sabi. And by I don't have a passport, I meant it's expired. Mrs. Sarmiento, I want you to process your passport once we arrive from Boracay. I have so many meetings abroad, and I couldn't afford to live without you. Clingy much, Ian? Amused niyang tanong. I am not missing you again, the way I did in Macau. She smiled at him. Me too, Ian, aniya sa isip. Tumunog kasi phone nito, and he answered the call. She watched him talk to whoever was on the other line with fascination. Her husband was too gorgeous. Parang hindi pa rin siya makapaniwala na asawa na niya ang hotel tycoon na si Ian Sarmiento. Rina started to frown when Ian pulled over, and started dropping his English to a foreign language she didn't recognize. Parang nanigas din ito as his grip on the steering wheel tightened. Naghintay siyang matapos ito sa pakikipag-usap nito, na tumagal din ng ilang minuto. Is there a problem, Ian? Marahan niyang tanong. Umiling ito, then started driving again. She didn't pry further, kahit na gusto niyang tanungin kung bakit. Nag-iba ang mood ni Ian. There's a bothered expression on his face and it worried Rina. Shall we fetch Eli from school? Sabi niya para ibsan ang tensyon nito. Let's head back home, Rina. Olive's got Eli. Tensyonado pa ring sagot nito. Oh, hindi na siya kumibo. Isa sa arrangement ni Ian with Olive, ay pwede nitong sunduin si Eli sa school. Pwede nitong makasama si Alicia, dahil kahit naman pagbalik-baliktere nila ang mundo, si Olive ang ina ni Eli. They couldn't change that fact. I'm sorry, Rina, we can't go to Boracay. Something came up. It's okay, Ian. She smiled reassuringly. Gumanti ito ng ngiti, pero alam niyang pilit iyon. Dumiretso na sila sa bahay. Ian held a meeting with the whole security team of his house. Kung bakit, hindi niya alam. After an hour, nagpaalam ito na makikipag-conference meeting sa mga staff nito via video call. She told him okay, at nagpas siyang mag-bake na lang ng chocolate chip cookies, para sa asawa niya at anak. They were like crazy with the cookie. Mag-ama nga ang mga ito, Rina smiled to herself. Hindi mapipigilan ng problemang dumating ang kasiyahan niya sa bagong estado niya sa buhay. Ian loves her, at kahit hindi sila makapag-honeymoon ngayon, okay lang. She knew Ian, babawi ito. That's for sure. She was preparing the ingredients, when her phone rang. It was Olive. Rina, bungad nito nang sagutin niya ang tawag. Hello Liv, alanganin niyang bati. Eli's with me. I'm wondering if you can come and get her. I have an appointment in 2 hours. I cannot drive her back. I need to fix myself pa. Sure, wait. I'll just ask Paul to drive for me, sagot niya. It was the first time na kinausap siya ni Olive, and she was happy that she didn't sound mad at her. Hindi rin naman niya ito babarahin, now that she was the one who reached out. Kahit para lang ba ipasundo si Alicia. Okay, Paul knows where my condo is. Alright, be right there. Rina, she called bago niya ma-press ang end call button. Yes, ikaw lang ang umakyat ha. I'm not allowed to accept more than 2 visitors. Eli is already here, so isa na lang ang pwede, bilhin nito. Okay, sagot naman niya. She decided to change first, at magpaalam na rin muna kay Ian. Kaso nakita niyang nasa kalagitnaan ito ng meeting, kaya hindi na niya inistorbo. Wala rin si Paul kaya nagpa-drive na lang siya sa hindi busy, at tinanong na lang si Olive sa address nito. Where's Rina? Ian yelled at Paul. Kanina pa niya hinahanap ang asawa niya, pero hindi na naman niya ito makita. Did she leave him again? For the nth time. I don't know. Iyan si Paul na agad namang nagradyo sa front gate, kung nakita ng mga ito na lumabas si Rina. She left about 30 minutes ago with Soriano, tukoy nito sa isa sa mga security/driver nila. Why don't I know about this? Frustrated niyang kinuha ang cellphone niya sa bulsa niya, and there he found out that his wife sent him a message. Ian went to fetch Eli. Olive said she couldn't drive her back. She's got an emergency. Be right back at once. I love you. He froze. As in he almost dropped his phone. Everything alright? Tanong ni Paul. Paul. Rina went to Olive. What? Sobra-sobra ang kaba niya, as he tried to call Rina. Kailangang hindi ito tumuloy. Alicia will be alright with Olive, she was her daughter. Kahit papaano, naniniwala siyang magdadalawang isip itong saktan ng bata. But Rina, why did she ask for Rina? Kilala niya si Olive. Galit ito sa kaibigan nito, and if she needed someone to get Eli, she should have called him and not Rina. His fear crept in as he recalled his conversation with an England police earlier. A 35-year-old British national, conceded to the police after confessing to a crime he committed 4 months ago. Tinawagan siya dahil may kinalaman umano iyon sa kaso ni Olive, and to give him warning about his ex-girlfriend's psychological state that she tried to cover up by appearing to be the victim of a frustrated murder that was supposedly committed by her husband Josh. It turned out, Josh was already dead at the time Olive was attacked. The man who admitted that he was an accomplice to Josh's murder, related to the police how he and Olive finished Josh. Inilibing nila ang huli sa bakuran ng bahay ng lalaki na malayo sa mga ibang kabahayan. After which, Olive staged her own death. At ang pinalabas nito, si Josh ang nagtangka sa buhay nito. What was the motive? Olive didn't want Josh and their baby, dahil gusto nitong bumalik sa kanya. Nagsimula umanong magkalamat ang relasyon ng dalawa, noong maglabasan ang balita tungkol sa kanila ni Rina. Hindi matanggap ni Olive na nagkaroon ito agad ng kapalit sa puso niya, hurting Josh, their baby and putting her own life in danger, were desperate acts of Olive to get his attention back. And she almost got away with it. Mer Sarmiento, we also found out that she conspired with her doctors, so she would have an excuse to be with you. According to her accomplice, Olive's been watching the case closely, and the reason for the call was to warn him of possible changes in Olive's behavior. Having said that, they were already coordinating with the Philippine authorities. Come on Rina, pick up. Hiling niya habang walang tigil na tinatawagan ang numero ng asawa niya. Paul, let's go. Habang nasa daan, nakikipag-coordinate na siya sa mga awtoridad. He wished na sana nag-uwa lang siya at wala naman sa peligro si Rina. Sana hindi pa nababalitaan ni Olive na sumuko na ang kasabwat nito, and that her call to ask Rina to fetch Eli was just an honest request. But he wouldn't take a chance. Gusto niyang magsisi na hindi niya sinabi kay Rina ang problema. He just wanted to protect her from worrying. Ayaw niya itong mag-alala. Today was their wedding day. Kahit gaano pa kasimple ang kasal nila, they deserved to be happy. But the news ruined the day. Worst. Rina's life was now in danger right at the very moment. He couldn't lose his wife or he would die. Hindi talaga sumasagot si Rina. So he decided to just send her a message. He hoped she would be able to read on time. Hi. Medyo awkward na bati ni Rina nang pagbuksan siya ni Olive ng pinto. Rina, you came. Parang narelieved ang mukha nito bago ito ngumiti. Come in. Niluwagan nito ang pagkakabukas ng pinto, and immediately locked the door after. Eli's eating merienda. Join her for a while. Aren't you in a hurry, Liv? Medyo nagtatakang tanong niya sa kaibigan, na hindi naman nagmamadali ang itsura. I still have an hour and a half. Olive shrugged na naupo sa tabi ni Alicia, habang pamwesto siya sa harapan nila, after Eli ran to her and kissed her. Mommy, Mama Olive baked a cake for me. Here look. Excited na ipinakita ni Eli sa kanya ang cake na nasa harapan nito, na pinapanood lang nito at di naman kinakain. It's too cute to be eaten. Eli anak, you should start eating it before the icing melts, wika rito ni Olive. No, I like it so much mama, daddy should see it, tanggi ng bata. Napapangiti na lang si Rina. Although she's got this weird feeling, that something was not right. Alicia didn't seem very happy even when she tried to appear like one. I insist, mama's efforts will be put to waste if you don't eat it. Iniwan sila nito para kumuha ng bread knife. Eli, are you enjoying your stay here? Rina asked Eli. Yes mommy, maikling sagot ng bata, at pinagmasdan na naman ang cake sa harapan nito. Liv, I think we should get going. Hindi kasi ako nakapagpaalam kay Ian, baling niya sa kaibigan. Why are you rushing Rina? Bumalik si Olive na may dalang matalim na bagay, at hindi bread knife. I just thought you should start preparing so you won't get late. We haven't talked for a long time Rina. We should take this opportunity, shall we? Inilapag nito ang hawak sa tabi ni Eli, while fishing for her phone in her pants back pocket. She dialed a number, and waited for someone to pick up her call. But all the while, nakatingin ito sa kanya. There was an air of mystery with the way Olive acted like they were really okay. Gayunpaman ay hindi na niya isinatinig ang obserbasyon. Hey Sammy, would you please cancel my appointment? May importante akong bisita, and I like to patch things up with her. Yes. Thank you Sammy. You're the best, I love you. Ibinalik nito sa bulsa ang telepono nito pagkatapos. Wala na akong appointment, declare nito. Good, sambit ni Rina, pwede naman palang i-cancel, dapat ginawa na nito iyon kanina. Suddenly, her phone rang. She took her phone out of her bag. Ian, yes. I'm here in Olive's condo. Yup, Alicia's here. Nakangiti siya habang kausap ang asawa niyang parang balot ng kaba ang boses. Sure, I'm gonna tell Olive. Nilingon niya ang kaibigan to find her ugly stares on her, yeah. Bigla siyang kinabahan with the way Olive held the thing just beside Alicia. Unti-unting nawala ang ngiti niya, at napalitan iyon ng takot. I'll call you later. Ang totoo wala na siyang naintindihan sa mga sinasabi ng asawa niya, dahil nakuha na ni Olive ang buong atensyon niya. Olive was acting weird. You have a ring? Punani too? She must have accidentally shown Olive her wedding ring, nang sagutin niya ang tawag ni Ian. Yeah. Pilit siyang ngumiti, while silently hoping na hanggang doon na lang ang tanong nito. Is that an engagement ring? No, nagtatalo ang isip niya, kung sasabihin niya ang totoo kay Olive. Liv, could you draw that thing away from Eli please? Pakiusap niyang natatakot baka aksidente nitong mahiwan ang anak nito, na for some reason ay hindi rin masyadong gumagalaw mula sa upuan nito. Why Rina? She smiled dangerously, habang lalo nitong inilapit kay Eli ang hawak nito. You might accidentally hurt Eli, kinakabahang sabi niya. Alicia, come here. Nilingon siya ng bata with scared eyes, at akmang lalapit nga sa kanya, pero maagap tong napigilan ni Olive by grabbing her arm. Nakita niya kung paano masaktan si Alicia, but the little goth didn't say anything. Bumalik lang ito sa pagkakaupo nito at hindi na kumibo. Stay here with mama anak, parang baliw na bulong ni Olive kay Alicia. Nahintakutan si Rina when she saw the look in Olive's eyes. It was full of hatred. It was vengeful.